On the morning of February 26, 2013, shortly after 7 a.m., a catastrophic event took place near Luxor, Egypt. A hot air balloon with 20 passengers and a pilot on board suddenly erupted into flames. The cause of the fire was eventually traced back to a gas leak within one of the balloon's tanks, which rapidly engulfed the entire basket in flames. As the balloon was approaching the ground for landing, it was fairly close to the surface. However, due to a gas leak in one of the tanks, the balloon caught fire, resulting in the basket being engulfed in flames. The pilots, who sustained severe burns, jumped out of the gondola, and another passenger followed suit. These two were the only survivors of the incident. The intensity of the fire and the sudden gust of wind caused the balloon to ascend rapidly. The passengers were faced with a devastating choice: either jump from the basket and plunging to their deaths, or stay put and be consumed by the fire. Ultimately, 7 of the 19 remaining passengers made the harrowing decision to jump from the basket. None of them would survive the fall. The balloon ascended to an altitude of approximately 300 meters while still ablaze, and then the gas tank exploded, causing the balloon's canopy to collapse. It fell from the sky in a roaring blaze, taking the remaining 12 passengers with it. In a matter of minutes, 18 passengers lost their lives, most suffering from internal injuries and burns. Only one person survived, a 49-year-old British man named Michael Rennie, who had jumped from the balloon at the same time as the pilot. Michael Rennie's wife, Yvonne, did not join him in jumping from the balloon, although Michael himself emerged unscathed. He could do little but watch as his wife, while on fire, plunged to her death. Mohman Murad, the pilot, survived the accident but sustained burns on more than 70% of his body. Following an investigation into the incident, he was detained under suspicion of negligently failing to complete standard safety checks prior to takeoff. The accident resulted in the deaths of 18 passengers, making it the deadliest ballooning incident since the Hindenburg disaster of 1973. The incident garnered global attention as the victims were from various parts of the world and were predominantly tourists on vacation in Egypt. They had anticipated a serene and enjoyable ride above the Nile River and the Valley of the Kings, and certainly not a situation where they would be forced to choose their mode of death.